Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to take some of these nightlight LED, I guess you would call them off-road lights. I'm going to turn them into extra backup lights. Backing this thing up with this and the backup lights being there and getting blocked by the bumper even, they're not that effective on this, at least not as effective as they are on my Suburban, which doesn't have the difference in the deck and the bumper being in the way. So I got it in my head I'd hook up a couple of these, and I thought, well, what do I've got to mount them under this truck? Well, I'll show you. Since this is a cladded Avalanche, there's a lot of plastic under here. So I've already got one in to kind of speed this process up, and so I could figure it out. So you see it's wired up under there. I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to tap into the two wires to this. So this has two wires. Now these lights, they normally ship with a relay, but you can just wire them up right into 12. So under the truck, and it's pretty handy, the backup lights, you can go right up, the wires come right down to here. So I've noticed under the truck, there's this panel here. It's hard metal. Right here. Let me change the angle so you can see it better. So this guy here, we're gonna just clip right onto that. So how am I gonna do that? I don't want to drill. So what I did was I got a pair of these. So these, $10 or $12 on Amazon, pretty cheap, maybe even $8. These are actually made, they're Jeep parts, and you can use them on trucks, but they're made for that. They're made to clip onto your hood, so you can mount some lights there. Which, now that I think about it, maybe I'll do that someday. But so, I'm going to use this upside down under there to clip onto that metal piece. And these lights are brackets, mounting hardware. Hold on. So it'll kind of mount upside down like that. Make sure the phone can actually see that. It's essentially how it's going to work. Yet somewhat adjustment, you can swivel it. What I learned on the first one already, these are odd-sized bolts that they're using on this thing. They're not 9/16, they're not halves, they're not 11/32s. You can kind of use those sizes on it, but they fit very loose, and the millimeters is the same way. They're not really 14 millimeters, they're not really 15 millimeters, they're not really 13 millimeters, they're somewhere in the middle. So also these washers, the washer setup they gave isn't really good, so I'm going to use my own washers on it. To tap into the wires, I'm going to use these. So this is a pretty cool set. This means I don't have to cut anything on the backup light, and I'll show you. And all these do, and incidentally, the right size to use for these is the blue. All these do is crimp down and lock on, and then you attach your new wires with that, and you get a full connection. So you can buy these pieces, these kits. These are called Quick Splice Male Spade Wire Connector Sets. And then for shrink tubing, I'm just going to use these. They crimp on the wire, and they shrink. It's pretty good stuff. I got a pretty good setup here. So here's everything you kind of need, aside from some sockets. It looks like I've got a lot of stuff here, but I was kind of feeling my way through. So let me get this first step. I'm going to get this bracket mounted under there. Put this on this light, and then this bolt will kind of go through there and connect to this. So let's get to work. Okay, I've got this guy pretty much assembled. I got these 4 bolts in, washers. I put this on, it's in place, and next thing I'm going to do is take this. So I'm going to back out these guys as much as we can. These little Allen screws, or hex sockets, whatever you want to call them. So when this thing goes in, it's meant to actually be mounted upright like that, and your light goes right there. Okay, so that's how it would normally mount on the hood. We're unfortunately doing it upside down, so you got this little metal thing. This metal plate here is to help the 3 Allen bolts grip. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to put my finger on my thumb in place to kind of hold it like that. Okay, see that? So my thumb's kind of holding it up. So I'm going to get under the truck. I'm going to grab the Allen. I'm going to get under the truck, and that way I should be able to just clip it right on there and then tighten those Allen screws. So let's see how good it works out. Okay, so see, and we've got it. That's it. So then, hope you saw that. By holding that plate up, it just pops right on. So then, I'm gonna go around so you can see what we're doing here. I'm going to tighten these 3 screws, not all the way. Hold on, I gotta get one in. Okay. Yeah, not all the way, but enough that it's holding. And then I can tighten them up once I've got everything aligned perfectly, because I just kind of eyeballed the other one to where it looked about right. And I'll be doing the same here. Okay, that's not good. All right, let's get the light. Keep the Avalanche right there so that I can grab it. All right, so this is a little tricky. I probably am not gonna be able to do this while holding the phone because I don't want to drop the light either. So let me first show you what I gotta do, and then okay, so I'm gonna take this bolt. Sorry, doing this stuff one-handed is new to me. This bolt in there, and then the light. I'm gonna go like so, and I'm gonna put this nut and this lock washer on the other end. So I gotta put the phone down for that. We'll see if I get it so you can see what I'm doing. Probably not, because I can't even really reach it from here. Let's see. That's a little easier. All right. Probably saw none of that, but that's about how long it took. I've got it on. All right, so before I make it too tight, let's talk about how to wire these things up. Okay. So if you saw my how to change your LED bulbs or your old bulbs out for LEDs, you know what to do. I'm gonna put this on the tripod here. And you can watch me yet again take the taillights off. 2 screws, that's it. Your backup light is this bottom socket here. Okay. So we got 2 wires. And what we're going to do is we're going to use these guys to tap into them. Now, if you have the right size and you're lucky, this will work first try. Don't always count on it though. Sometimes you need pliers. This one does not seem to want to lock. I don't really know why that is, but yeah. No one said it was always easy. It's not. Okay, clipped. Clipped. Okay. My wire. I'm using wire that's much heavier than these, and that's a good practice. I mean, don't go nuts, but you don't want to go lighter wire. All you novices out there, when you get the wire here, strip it. Use the insulation to twist it a little bit. I didn't have enough insulation on there to twist it well, but all right, so we use blue, so pretty idiot proof. I'm gonna take 2 of these in blue. I'm gonna use the blue dot on the crimpers. I hope you can see all this. The blue dot on the crimpers to crimp it on. So see these tabs in here? Hope you're getting all this. These tabs are sometimes a problem. They get bent pretty easy, so you gotta use your finger and recenter them. Okay? And all those do, if you can see, is go right into this slot here. You get a close-up. So once you get these clipped on, these just go like that. That's good. So now you're ready to run your wire. Which, if you have ancient electrical tape like I do on this stuff, very quick and easy. You're just going to drop it down. Usually I got a lot of safety precautions on this wire. Just drop it down so you can see. Hi, Nacho. He's a little late today helping, but he's here. Oh, I gotta watch for that. Come on, Nacho. Come on. Don't go in there. Nacho. Come on. Anyway, you can see right through there. That's all you gotta do is take your wire and run it through. You can find the end. All right, once your wire's through, you could put on the taillight, but I'm gonna leave the taillight off because I gotta test this. Because these connectors, you know, they can be a little finicky on when they want to work and when they don't. All right. All right, we're about 15 to 20 minutes in real time, and I'm already ready to wire up the light. So I gotta get some clips, strippers. We're not gonna be crimping, so I'm gonna make the wire a little longer than I would normally need. It gives me some room to tie it up. Make it about there. Okay, so we're going to do a quick test to see if the light comes on. Alright, so we're wired there. So all we got to do for a test is put the key in it. Let me back up so you can see if the light does come on. And then we don't have to start it. Just got to turn the key and put it in reverse. So this will come on, and hopefully that will. That's how we'll know we're ready to go. Okay, got the wiring issue figured out. It was actually all polarity based. So these lights apparently are very particular about positive and negative, which I should have known. I just got lucky with the first light, and I got lucky when I tapped the battery charger to it. It just all seemed be fine, but the power wire was actually off. So I am going to show you how these work. These are neat. They're crimps and also shrink tubing all on one little piece. You just slide it over. It's hard to do this with holding the phone, but and then connect your wire to it. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, so maybe you can see this now. So you take this guy, slide it all the way over the end, tie it to the other wire. Twist them together, fold that over so it's like that, and then you slide this guy try to do this so you can actually see what I'm doing, but you slide this over it so that the crimp is where you want it. And crimp it down. Crimped. And then hit it with the heat gun. I will not have my phone anywhere near the heat gun. And there you go. You shrink tube and crimp. So now my last step is tightening all this up. So let me get to that. Okay, it's in, it's tight, and the last step is we're gonna just tie up the wire with some tie wraps just to keep it up and out of the way. So let me take care of that, and then it's actually we're actually done. It's cleanup time. Okay, we're all done. Not bad actually. Took all told about 45 minutes to an hour to get both of them installed, and that's including screwing around. So what have we learned? We learned that they are polarity sensitive. So yeah, that stalled me for about 5 or 10 minutes while I was troubleshooting to try to figure out what was wrong, and it turned out I just had positive going to the negative, which is odd on DC that would matter, but apparently with these it does. I'm sure some of you watching were probably like, check polarity. I did eventually, and figured it out. So anyway, if you want to put some of those lights in, it's not bad. You know, don't be intimidated. You just need some hand tools, some shrink tubing, some wire. You don't have to do it the exact same way I did it. You don't have to mount them even the exact same. You could drill holes. It might actually be easier to just drill a couple holes and put them in, but I didn't want to do that. But anyway, I'll test them out tonight, and I'll do a little short clip showing how bright the backup lights are now. I hope it makes a big difference. It wasn't expensive. It was $27 for the 2 lights, and I think $8 or $9 for the mounts. So not bad, under $40 total for materials. Anyway, as I always say, don't be intimidated. Just go out, get busy. Take care. Okay. Okay, it's dark out, so we're gonna do a quick test and see how much light these things are actually going to put out. So I've got boxes covering the lights. So when I start it, we'll get a view of just the regular backup lights, and then we'll see what it looks like with the additional lights on. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Well, the camera's got its flash on, so it looks like it's more light than it really is. If we cover the flash, it's no way to do that. Anyway, so that's that. I'm gonna uncover these. Well, I don't know how much of that you can see. It's actually quite a bit brighter. So here you got it. It's like nice. It's like adding, well, essentially it is. It's two fog lights or two spots or floods under there. Of course, this is with the new LED backup lights, so those are considerably brighter than the ones that were there. But yeah, it's bright. It's nice. Very nice. I mean, look at how well lit the houses are behind us. All right. So that concludes the video on the backup lights. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.